Yeah, put my phone on silent here.
Me too.
All right. All right. We should be live on many different platforms right now. I'm actually clicking buttons right now to go live on our Instagram. So we're live on 2 Facebook channels. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on YouTube. We're live on X. We're live on Instagram right now. So this is an exciting moment, right? Because typically, I host my Freedom Achiever podcast, and we bring Freedom Achievers to the table, to the forefront, to discuss their businesses, their experiences, the things that they do. And I'm super excited because I couldn't think of more qualified Freedom Achievers than Tony and Gaby Martinez right now. And so I'm super excited because, as many of you know, I'm highly associated with LPT Realty, and Gaby and Tony and I have been talking for over a year about the potential opportunity for us to work together. And yesterday we had the signing ceremony with 100 of their agents in the room, and kind of finalizing the excitement and the entry into LPT Realty. So Xtream International Realty merges with LPT Realty and creates Xtream by LPT, which is a special thing I really want to dig in and talk about. So Gaby, Tony, welcome to the show, man.
And we're excited, David. Thank you so much. And thank you for your patience, man. I know we put you through the ringer for the past year, but it shows that timing is everything and persistence is the key, right?
That tells a lot about David, that he won't give up.
He does not give up. That's the Marine in him.
I did not give up. That is 100% true. And I'm glad I didn't, because look where we are today.
Absolutely.
And so you guys are taking Xtream International Realty and you're bringing it to LPT Realty. But the opportunity that you did was something very different and not something many other large brokerages would allow. And because of the way LPT is built and the agent choice opportunity, you were able to create some sort of a hybrid where you can continue to be Xtream by LPT. And like Louis Furman likes to say, we want to be the period at the end of your name, right? And so that's what it is. It's Xtream point LPT, right? And so you get to continue to represent yourself the way that you've represented now for 11 years in a community that knows and recognizes your Xtream logo. So logos are not coming down. Logos are staying up. You're going to add a period at the end of the name, LPT, the LPT dot. And you've created this opportunity for your realtors to remain where they are, have what they have, but get more out of it. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay. You want to go first, Gaby, or should I?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, listen, so we've been an independent brokerage now for 11 years. In fact, on June 1st, we celebrated 11 years. And as an independent broker, we were proud of that fact. I mean, we're independent. We're not part of any franchise. Nobody can tell us what to do, all the things, right? And we've been blessed. Over the past 11 years, we've built a wonderful organization. I think we have currently about 230 plus agents, several locations. And for us, we just got to the point where we had to accept that there are limitations to what a small independent could do. Whether you rank us as small or medium size, at the end of the day, we could not take our agents' production to another level given the lack of resources. Now, the most important secret sauce that we've ever been able to offer our agents is the fact that Gaby and I, as broker owners, have always been super accessible. And we've built a culture that, I know the term is used loosely, but it truly resembles a family environment.
And I could see that. I could see that when, I've been now in your office a couple of times for some of these meetings and some of these presentations, and some of the conversations that you're having with your agents, and you could see it. You could see it in them. You could see they're there and they're like, but wait a minute, we don't lose you, right? And you guys are like, no, for the 100th time, we're here,
Oh my God.
Great, but we can still come to the office. Yes, you can come to the office. All right, but can I still call you at 9 p.m. on a Sunday? Yes.
Yes, if you have to.
if you must, and Gaby is usually the one fielding a lot of these calls, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's what Telly was mentioning yesterday, that even a few agents, they were like kind of crying on the phone because they were thinking that we were going away, and they were feeling that Tony and Gaby will not be there available for them anymore. And I go, what are you talking about? No, we're not going anywhere. We're staying. We're giving you, but now we're going to give you more. In fact, more of our time, because now we're going to be able to spend more time with our agents in doing what they need the most, which is real estate related, helping them, not so much, investing our time in accounting and let me get your 1099 and let me fill this application for the errors and emission and all that bureaucracy. So
I love that you mentioned that, Gaby, because being a broker, and I was a broker similar to you guys and had a similar setup, right? I had a couple hundred agents, a few offices, the whole thing, and you lose focus on the agents because they want your time, but you really don't have a lot of time for them because you have to do broker owner things.
That's correct.
And so now, what do you see the future looks like for you?
For me, I see it more freedom, I would say, because, for example, there are many times that, you are spending a great, valuable time with your agents, teaching them about something, and then there's your passion flowing. But suddenly, you recall that you need to go back because you need to make payments. You need to pay your commissions. You have a deadline. So things
it's like they want your time, but they also want their commission on time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely.
So now you have this opportunity where somebody else kind of comes in, and it's almost like LPT is coming in to take an administrative role in your business. Right? They're going to take care of commissions. They're going to take care of CRM. They're going to take care of compliance. They're going to take care of .loop. They're going to take care of marketing materials. They're going to take care of, a lot of training, even though you'll still provide a ton of training, they'll also provide. So now it's like double down on training, right?
Absolutely.
So now that gives you time to do what you love, which is to be around the agents, to support the agents.
Yes, without feeling that, stress, the anxiety that I need to go back to finish all the things. Yes, absolutely.
Tony, let me ask you, a year ago, this was an initial conversation, and you mentioned it yesterday in front of everybody. It just wasn't time, right? What made it the time now?
Well, let me preface that by clearing up what may be some misconceptions. I think when people hear merger, and it's not a merger in the sense that we're being acquired, it's we're joining forces with them, right?
Right.
And the first thing that people think, because that's just human nature, is Xtream must have been hurting to get to the point that they had to do this.
Right.
The reason why we didn't do it a year ago was because we were making too much money. If that's actually a problem. Right. We've been blessed to be a very profitable independent, even with the change in the climate in real estate. We're debt free thanks to my wife. We make money, and we were like, do we really want to upset this apple cart here?
Yeah.
So that was one reason. Another reason is pride. When you're an entrepreneur, you don't want to answer to anybody. I mean, I answer to God first and this lady second, and sometimes it's not even in that order. So to me, it was like, I don't want no boss. So we thought, well, we can continue doing this. And it came to a head, I think, a few weeks ago when I see Gaby doing all that she does in a broker role capacity. And I says, I'm going to ask you a question. I go, is this what you want to be doing 3 to 5 years from now? And she looked at me. I go, and I says, or do you want to be leading a massive organization that could span all 50 states? And I think that was the game changer. That's when Gaby said, okay. And also, we realized when you put that pride aside, that we are in a very different climate right now, and it's much more difficult for an agent to make money and even exist in this environment. Rules. So yesterday I stood up in front of people and I said, so we looked at, do we have the technology that they needed? No. Do we have the marketing platform? No. Did we offer 100% option, which, let's face it, it's become popular with in the system there? No, we were a traditional 80 and 90% company. We didn't offer that. Agents are excited about revenue share. That's become a big thing. And we didn't have revenue share. People get excited about potentially being owners in a company by having stock in a company. Well, we were never going to be a publicly traded entity.
Right.
Agents are always seeking more business through referrals. Well, we were a local independent, so we weren't part of a national network, so we didn't have access to something like that. You see where I'm going with this?
Right.
By the time we put all those things together, we said, how can we get all that without losing our culture? How can we give them this, but still maintain our offices and everything we've done? And LPT allowed us to have this hybrid model where now we're transitioning into a mega team within LPT, but our locations are here. Gaby and I are here. Our staff is still here. And the people that are members of our team continue to enjoy all that.
I love that, you're transitioning from broker owners to a mega team. And the mega team, you're going to the hybrid version that you created was you're basically now the Xtream team by LPT, right?
Correct.
Or the Xtream group or whatever you decide to go with. But you're a team now versus, a brokerage and their independent contractors, which I believe gives you a tighter relationship with those agents, right? And because you're now connected with them at a different level, right? And you're further vested because now we're all a team, and funny enough, just by saying we're a team, even though you said it before, we're family, we're this, by saying that, I think it puts a different warmth in people's hearts. And it's exciting how that could grow, in my opinion. Like, in my opinion, just looking at the production of your brokerage and what that would mean for a team, I see you guys real trends next year, like top 10, and as a mega team, that's huge.
Well, that's our goal. And it's kind of like things have a way of going full circle. When Gaby and I first started, we actually started as Xtream Realty Team. That was the name of our organization, our company. And then as we grew, we started thinking, let's add something fancy, Xtream International Realty. Yeah, we're international, So we made that. And so here we're back, Xtream by LPT. And again, it's been a challenge. Human beings freak out with change.
Yeah.
And you say one thing and they hear another.
Yeah.
But we have been so blessed that our agents, the vast majority of them that have responded, have said, we're with you. Because they had the option to completely leave our firm. We said, that's the last thing we want, but I get it. They could sign up with LPT directly, and hopefully we would be their sponsor. So they would continue to be part of our organization, but not our team. Or if you like what you've had so far for the past 11 years and want to continue having that, well, then be a part of our team. And 99.9%, well, as of right now, 100% of them that have come over are coming over as part of our team.
And that right there is what I was talking about when I said you could see it in the room, right? That right there is what I'm talking about. Not everyone can do that, Tony and Gaby, just so you know.
Thank
you.
you
guys really need to give each other a pat on the back, give yourselves a pat on the back. Like you guys did such a great job at creating a culture and a family that when change happened, everybody said, we're going with you. Whatever you do, we want to do that with you. And that's incredible. Congratulations to you guys for that. Because
Thank you. I just want to add real quick that part of that is just to share it with any other brokers out there or people that are thinking and moving their teams. You have to truly care for your agents. If you are not seeing them coming to the office, give them a call, send them an email, sending a text, if they have a personal situation, be genuine interested in their situation. It's not just applaud them when they have a closing. It's also, care about them when they have a situation, they have a personal problem or something. So that's what I think that has made us different.
That's true. I think a lot of brokerages treat their agents like a number. Like, I need more numbers. I need more numbers. I need more numbers. Right? Oh, my numbers aren't creating numbers. And,
that happens.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was going to say that happens, and I understand how that can happen. I mean, when you start getting into several hundred agents and thousands of agents, it's hard to boast that I know every single one of my agents. No, you don't.
No, but you would know every one of your leaders, and your leaders would have the embracement or be embraced by your culture, your style, your method, and they would relay that down.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree.
And very few people can do that, and you guys did it. And that's amazing. And so now, moving forward, you're a mega team. Agents that are not with you, that maybe came to interview with Xtream before, but made a different choice, or may have left, and for whatever they saw somewhere else, and now you're saying to them, "Come see what we're doing now."
Yeah, take a second look.
Yeah, come see what we're doing now. And again, what you created was the options, and which is great because LPT is about agent choice, right? We give agents the choice on CRM. We get agents the choice on compliance systems. We give agents the choice on commissions. And you just added basically a third balance, which is like any other team, right? You said you could go direct. Please name us your sponsor because we've been here for you, Mm-hmm. So please name us your sponsor. You can go 100%. You can go 80-20. You can build a revenue share. You can do an organization if you want to, or you can just sell a lot of real estate and go do that too. Or you get to stay with us on the team and nothing changes. Your split's the same, all that good stuff. You're at the split that you were with us here when we were Xtream, and you get to still earn the benefits of coming to the office, having our massive support, having us on speed dial, having some of the systems that you guys have, because you guys have apps and things like that you offer your team. Right. So that is where do you see that growing to? Because now they can take a second look, but there are agents that are going to be listening to this right now. They're going to say, maybe the one thing that was stopping me from being a part of LPT was that they didn't have offices, right? Yeah. And so now Xtream has this office, and by the way, I've been looking for a team too. So great, so I go see Xtream. Yeah. So this is going forward. You're going to offer this opportunity to everyone out there.
Yeah, I think that we already had a conversation. Gaby did this morning with someone that's already part of the LPT system, not sponsored by us, but she's seeking to be part of a team, and we offer that, and that's great. The other thing that I've seen is a resurgence, a resurrection of agents that were completely disconnected and not involved at all. And every office has agents like that. Yes. That now with the change, they're now excited. Their passion has been reignited to get back into this. The other thing I want to point out that I think is important that really impressed us is obviously Gaby and I see the power of revenue share. Gaby and I believe as influencers can and will be able to attract a number of agents throughout the country to join this platform. But starting with Robert Palmer on down, the emphasis is not on building a downline or building a massive network. It's about selling real estate and more of it. And it's about giving agents the option. See, there are people out there, there are plans out there where it's all about the recruiting and you have to go in on 80-20 and you may never recruit a single person in your life and you're leaving a lot of money on the table. LPT gives them two options. If you have nothing that want to do with any kind of business building or organization building and everything else, be 100% with a 5,000 cap. And then if you are interested and see the benefits after a period of time or initially, and you do want to build a network, well, then you can do an 80-20. But here's a big difference, David. It needs to be pointed out. One of the reasons why we have said no to a lot of offers to be acquired and everything else, it wasn't just about the culture. We didn't want our agents to go from a no monthly fee environment to paying a monthly fee for the privilege of being with a company. Hell's no. We weren't going to do that for them. And so that's what we get with LPT is we bring all of this cool stuff and they're not being hit with the monthly fee and a setup fee and all this kind of stuff.
Yep. And I agree with you. I think a lot of people miss out on this opportunity. You guys looked at it at a very high level for over a year and really dug into it and had multiple meetings with the executive team, and you understood the benefit.
Absolutely.
You could see the picture, you know, and that's a big win because in my opinion, you guys, a lot of people might, because we already know the rumors are beginning, right? Oh my God, Xtream closed, right? Blah, blah, blah. You know?
Awesome. Yes, it was like people were even saying things that are not correct. People that like, you know, things like, oh, Tony and Gaby are going away. They're closing Xtream. I mean, it's like, how much can they just, you know, invent? I don't understand.
Yeah. It's one particular broker. We know who this guy is. He's always been unprofessional and unethical. And that just brings the caliber of the industry down. I've never been upset that somebody calls our agents. You know why? If they're happy, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But don't call them and lie.
Lie to them.
Yeah, lie to them because, my God, I mean, what does that say about you as a person, as an organization? And here's the funny part. Gaby received one of those calls. And the person wasn't smart enough to say, let me make sure I don't call one of the owners right now. And so,
Gaby, if I was you, and I know that you told them like, hey, listen, do you even know who you're calling? And they hung up. If I was you, I would have played that call all the way through.
I kind of like hear her out like, for 10 minutes, but it's just I can't because I get very annoying and it's saying, why are you spreading those lies? You even took the time to see who I was before calling.
No, of course not. Like, and the fun part is I like after you told me that story, I posted on social media and I put a quote that said, you know, talk about me positively, talk about me negatively, just make sure you spell my name right. you know?
Right. Yeah.
Because what a lot of brokers don't understand is by spreading these rumors and lies, it's only a detriment to themselves. And they give you validity because they keep talking about you.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know if I can say this because we're live, but why would you want to piss me off? Yeah, you know, I'm the last guy.
Yeah,
you want to piss off because
you can totally say that live.
Yeah, guess who's at the top of my list now?
Yeah,
because it's stupid. It's stupid. I mean, it's just ridiculous. This is just the nature of our industry, the nature of social media, the nature of society. And, you know, if for anybody out there that's thinking about making a move like this, just you got to have thick skin. You got to have thick skin because let me tell you something. You know what song I've been playing over and over again? This is pretty sick. Smiling Faces. That's how old I am. If you go back in time to Smiling Faces, right? And it's talk about how people like, they're wishing you well. And it's like, be careful because they may have a knife in the other hand. Not everybody wants you to succeed. Not everybody wants you to do well.
That's
and
correct.
you just have to put on that armor and go forward.
But that's okay because you guys did something for the agents, more than for you. And that's something I want to emphasize on because when we started this phone call, you said this was the list of things that we knew the agents needed to continue to succeed in a tougher, more normalized market where things are changing and NAR rules are coming out and changing things around. And this is a list of things that we need to provide them with that we just don't as a small brokerage and as a small independent brokerage or medium independent brokerage. And by aligning with LPT, we get to do what we do and have always done well and provide all those tools.
It's a no-brainer.
Right. And so now all of your agents who take advantage of these tools are going to do more business.
Absolutely.
That's the plan.
Yeah, it's fired them up to go. It's like we were saying yesterday, and I have been telling the agents that the real estate it's a war, and you have to be armed. You have to have the correct weapons to go out there and fight for your listings, for your buyers, for everything, because all the time somebody is trying to take it away from you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have what you need, how can you compete?
Right.
Well
And it's
said.
funny, one of the agents mentioned yesterday how saturated are we going to become with LPT agents in South Florida, and because they wanted to make sure they could stay competitive with the power packs and the marketing material and the billboards, and so I could see it in her face, and I said to her, I go, listen, how many times have you gone up against one of your own, right? Like, and she's like, no, that's pretty rare. I go, there's 200 of you right here in this area, right? And you still haven't gone up against one of your own. So imagine that opportunity still would be there. You're still going to be competitive. You're still going to be amazing anywhere you go. Oscar Resnick came on. He says, you guys will be successful anywhere you are. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have, that we're going to have a lot of LPT agents out there, because it continues to grow the brand. And I think that given the nature of the organization and its management and its leadership, I think we're going to attract a very high caliber agent, which just means more ethics, more professionalism. And we need that. The industry obviously needs that.
Yeah. So I'll say something. And because I know inquiring minds want to know, you're no longer local. Like, as of yesterday, you're no longer a local Broward County or Davie area brokerage.
You know what? That hasn't settled in my head yet. We 11 years of being one mindset, but you're absolutely right. All of a sudden I started thinking, but I know so many agents in so many areas of the country that could use this. So it is exciting. It is exciting. Our daughter is going to be going out of state to get her graduate degree. And that state happens to be one of the ones that's open. And I started thinking, what a blessing it would be if I could go out there, we could go out there once a quarter and teach and train and attract for our team and for LPT. And while we're there, we get to visit with our daughter for a few days.
Yes.
I love that. That's just, you don't have idea how much that means to us to be able to say, wow, we could never have done that as an independent.
And that's kind of cool that you said you haven't really, like, your brain hasn't really sink in yet, because my next question to you is going to be, how international do we get now, right?
You know that it's always
national. We can get international.
LPT International.
Well, that the play is this. That first we got to open up all 50 states, and we know that's going to happen sooner than later.
Yep.
I mean, the push is on. I think the next few months are going to be announcements after announcements of states opening up. And then obviously the next natural progression is Canada. Every major company that started in the United States, the first outside country they open is Canada. And given our proximity to Central and South America and the Caribbean, we are very excited about what opportunities exist there.
So Xtream New York, Xtream Texas.
Well, here's the thing. We're always.
Why not?
What people need to understand, and again, it takes a while to absorb, is there's going to be people that are going to be part of the Xtream by LPT team, personally led by us, and there are folks that are team leaders in their own right, and are just going to be able to say thank you for introducing us to LPT. We'll take it from here. It's.
I'm gonna go even deeper. Mm-hmm. I think so. So obviously there are different organizations at all these type brokerages, right?
Mm-hmm.
At LPT, we have a few strong organizations. Mine being the Freedom Network, which you guys became a family of. Mm-hmm. And then there's another one called Level Up. There's another one called Beaches and something. I can't remember what the other one's called, but there are these higher people that like just they've built significant organizations. And so now I'm like, well, okay, you have the Xtream team locally to South Florida. Why not just build out the Xtream network?
Ooh.
Right? And take that's your national and international brand. Right?
That's why you're my sponsor, bro. That's why you're my sponsor, because it's like you've been, you're one of the early adapters. You've been there almost from the start, and it's great. And it's something I want to point out. You and I have always collaborated. You've been more than gracious with us and giving me opportunities to speak at your events. But every time we would go support your events, I always had this feeling in the back of my mind, I hope my agents don't fall too in love with David, because they might want to leave, right? Because let's face it, that's what brokers do. That's how we think.
Yeah, I've got my whole career.
Yeah, now we have access to all of the training that you've created, all the resources that you have, because we're all part of this network together. When we grow, you grow.
Yes.
So we're ecstatic that we just continue to be able to offer more resources for our members.
That's exciting. And I know how you feel. I've heard it 100 times, and I get it. Yeah, of course I get it. And it's just exciting to know that now we can collaborate even higher. We can put all our people in the same room. We could give them massive information. You're a beast on stage, and we're going to get Gaby doing all the Spanish LPT stuff. I know she's super excited about that.
Oh, yeah. Gaby is this star emerging on the stage. When we first opened up, it was always Tony doing all the speaking. Now I can't even take the microphone out of her hands. And both of us being, Hispanic, we're excited about the opportunities that we can do to grow Hispanic network. And, of course, we're open to all, but let's face it, we're in South Florida. I think there's a market for what we can do. And that's an underdeveloped area in South Florida that we see. And, the other thing that we see is because of the hybrid model, us having brick and mortar, we can see other brick and mortar locations that we open up. For example, Miami-Dade. We have our eyes fixed on Miami-Dade now. We got Broward, we got Palm Beach, we got Highlands County, but we need Miami-Dade. Now we're thinking bigger, because we know that we'll have a way of attracting quality agents in big numbers quickly. Yeah.
Well, I think that's a tremendous opportunity that you guys have. And I think that's an opportunity that you may not have had before.
You didn't.
The expansive thought process of creating the Xtream network on a national basis, and being, not that they're a part of your team, but that they fall in your downline, and you can provide and invite to events and conferences and trainings and everything else under the sun. This is something that you get to do now without worrying about, if I want to open an office in Texas, I got to be licensed in Texas. I got to learn the rules in Texas. I have to make sure that we hire people that know the rules in Texas to run our office, right? Like now you've kind of relieved yourself of all of that, and you get to build something for you, for your family, and something that is willable, by the way. And a lot of people could take tremendous advantage of this, and I'm glad that you guys are.
Absolutely, yes, that's correct.
All right, if each of you had to give one final kind of statement to people out there thinking about making a move, thinking about LPT, brokers looking at what you just did and going, is that something palatable to me? Can I swallow that pill? What would you say to them? We'll start with Gaby. Like, what would you say to the people out there that have the opportunity of change on their mind?
So I would say that there are certain times in your lives that you have to put your ego aside. I always wanted to remain as the broker for Xtream because it sounds very good, to have your name on the door and being called my broker. But you had to put the needs of your team, your agents first, because if they succeed, you will succeed as well. So I'm stepping down as a broker but I'm stepping up as a team leader to
Yeah.
work directly with them. So
Yeah.
that's what it matters for me right now.
I love that. I love
Well
that.
said.
Tony, you?
I would say get the information, get the facts. Anytime there's massive success, like LPT has had, fastest growing real estate company in the history of mankind, you get haters. You get haters, and that's in a way a compliment, right? And what we've told our agents from the very beginning: make an informed decision based on, or that's just make an informed decision, right? Your decision may be to not stay with us, but you did it based on true facts, not hearsay or rumors. And look, if there's ever a broker owner out there that is thinking, can I talk to Gaby and Tony and, get firsthand what was the good, the bad, and the ugly of this decision, we're always going to be available to them because we know what they're going through. You knew what we were going through because you went through it.
Right.
And you can relate. So it can be scary. It can get nerve-wracking, but after when you start to settle down, and now we've had 2 weeks of Q&A and and all this kind of stuff, and now we're like, we had the big celebration yesterday, and now we're like, all right, can we focus on growing now? Can we focus on building now? Can we focus on making money? So yeah, we went through 2 weeks of a lot of conversations and everything else, but we're here now, and the sky's the limit.
Yeah, that's incredible, and both of you. I'm very blessed to be in this partnership with you guys. So thank you for choosing me. You keep thanking me for being, patient, but thank you for choosing the opportunity to work with me. And
Hey, can I say something, brother? I'm sorry, but you know what? I don't want to forget this.
All right.
We know some wonderful people that had already adapted LPT. And from the minute they found out that we were maybe fact-finding, they're like, well, we were happy to go, look, with all due respect, we would never have known about LPT if it wasn't for David Kurz. If we would ever decide to join, it would only be having David Kurz, because loyalty begins at the top, bro. You can't ask your agents, hey, stay loyal to me if I'm been an influencer in your life, if I've done you a solid, if I've done right by you, if I've been there for you this whole time, respect that from someone,
And I appreciate that, because I feel oftentimes that in today's day and age, loyalty is a quality that has fallen through the cracks.
Without a doubt.
And it's unfortunate because, I come from the Marine Corps mindset. It's honor, courage, commitment. We have tremendous loyalty to the things that we do and the people that we love. And I've adapted that into my entire life. And so, if you guys ever needed me, I would be there for you. It didn't matter. I didn't need to, if you never joined, it wouldn't have made a difference. We'd still be doing stuff on stage together. We'd still be having fun together. We'd still be collaborating. We'd still be bouncing ideas off of each other, because I feel that the more you give, the more God sees.
And that's one of the great qualities that you have, because even though you knew that we were trying to do it and we changed our mind, nothing changed on your end with you. You didn't get upset, or you didn't get like, Well,
he may have cried behind the scenes. We just never saw it.
I wouldn't admit to the amount of crying to the sheep, to the
No, at the same time, he wasn't even like, driving us crazy. You have to do this, hey guys, or like bombarding with information. No, he was like taking it easy,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I would message you when something special was happening. Like if RP was in town, or if he invited you to something, I would relay the message. But it
was a great pace. That I
always knew that I trust you guys, and if you made the decision to join, I hoped it would be with me, and I'm excited that it was with me, and that you kept that loyalty together with us. But more than that, I know what you guys were going through. Like, I understood the feeling, the sentiment, the baby that you carry, that's your brokerage, everything you've put into it, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the nights, the late nights, the trying to catch up on paperwork, the answering late phone calls, the waking up early, the getting to the office, the this is leaking, the AC's broken. Like, I've been there, done that, and I understood it. And I said, when someone's not ready, they're not ready. Period. End of story. Mm-hmm. You can't make somebody be ready at that level. Yeah. And so I felt like you had enough information to make an educated decision, and you would make the decision whenever you felt comfortable. And I hope that's a lesson to a lot of people out there that are throwing up their brokerage on people,
Yeah, it was
that never happens on social media.
It was not a decision that we just took lightly. This is something that, we carefully discuss it over the years, just because everything changed. Since we opened in 2013, real estate is not the same.
No,
there's a lot going on, a lot there that we needed to incorporate.
So
something else that, I mean, you just said it right now, throwing up. I don't want to be that guy. Yeah. I personally don't like the term recruiting. I like the term attracting. And there are some people that every single post they do is how wonderful their company is and why they should join them and why their company is the only company that God ever sanctioned, whatever. And you're like, enough already. They get combative. They got to get mad at every post, whatever. Folks, chill out, relax, just be a beacon for people, attract people with your light. Not by going out there and bashing the competition and putting out negative things out there. People pick up on that stuff. Just do what you're supposed to do. Sell a hell of a lot of real estate.
And people will get excited about that.
And they'll come to you and say, how the hell did you go from this level to this level?
It was great. So, I posted about you guys, and I don't know if you saw Kathy Zaldivar posted on there. She's also in the Freedom Network at LPT. She's in our group, and she had posted, she said, man, you were the catalyst to my career. She said, I've never seen anybody do a better presentation when I went to CDPE. I
didn't see that. Okay, I gotta go see that now.
And again, it just proves the type of people that you are. And so what I was going to finish with was, if you are out there, if you are a broker or an agent or a team lead, and this is something that you would consider, Tony and Gaby are right there. They just made the move. It's fresh in their heads. They will break you down through the entire process. So reach out to them. Reach out to them, and have conversation with them and get to understand and know the process. And if you make a switch, make it with them.
Well, and I'll go a step further. I don't want someone to say, well, I'm not going to call Gaby or Tony to get feedback, because if I ever do join LPT, it wouldn't be with them. No, I'll talk to anybody. I'll talk to anybody.
I've spoken to so many people that had nothing to do with my downline.
Exactly.
That straight up from the beginning told me, listen, my guy is this guy, but I wanted to pick your brain. Sure. Give me a call.
Pay it forward, man. Pay it forward.
What does it cost me? What does it hurt me to provide information about a company that I love and enjoy?
No, it's all good, brother. Put our information out there, and then I'm happy to jump on a Zoom, Gaby as well. And it may take us a couple of days to schedule it, because what we're going through right now. But we're definitely down to help, man. This is we're on a mission now to make us not just the fastest growing company ever, but the largest company ever. So we'll get there.
And by the way, if you're listening and you're local, Gaby likes to go out and eat. So if you want information, you just got to invite her out to dinner.
Always up for food.
Maybe that's the secret, huh? Yeah.
Give me some healthy options, please. Also.
All right, guys. Well, thank you to everybody for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure to have Tony and Gaby on the show. More importantly, a blessing and a pleasure to be in business with them after so many years of knowing each other, because we've actually known each other for quite some time. We have a common connection through Rudy and New World Title. And, I think that's where we met. And then we were on stages together. And then there was the Real Talk conference. then there was New You conference, and there was that stuff, and then we've been on vacation together in other countries, you know, and it's been a pleasure getting to know you guys. And my wife and I are super appreciative of our friendship, and we're just stoked to have you a part of the family and to be a part of yours, you know. So
well, that goes double for us. And then let me just put this out there to the world right now. If you ever want to have some of the best chicken wings ever in the world,
oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, you have got to earn the right to be invited by David and Jennifer Kurz to a barbecue, and I'll guarantee that you'll want to move in with them, because that food was so freaking good, bro. I came close to losing all decorum and saying, "Can I take some of this with me?"
Can I take a doggy bag?
Man, we would have sent you home with some.
I know, but I couldn't do that. But I'm looking at this going, I don't want to leave. This is
Well, thank you for that compliment, man. I'm known for my wings, folks. I'm known for my wings.
I'm really good.
Yes.
Wingman.
The wingman.
We'll be doing it again sometime soon for sure.
All right, brother. Thank you.
All right, well, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for being a part of the Freedom Achievers podcast. This is going to be live and remain live and available on all the social media platforms. And we're also going to take the sound and we're going to put it up into our podcast channels. So you can find this on Apple, Spotify, Google Play, and everything else that exists for podcasts. Again, thanks for joining us. Make sure that you stay tuned with us. If you want more information on LPT Realty, if you want more information on Freedom Achiever coaching, if you want any more information on CDPE, reach out to us. We're super excited to be able to bring all of that to the table and give you something of value that you can take with you and grow your business. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate you. We love you. Thanks, Tony and Gaby, for being a part of this with me. I appreciate you guys.
God bless.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.